how long is this going to go on for? Am I going to be in my 80s asking the nursing home to wheel me down to the bus so I can go see the new Avengers movie?
I hope so, man. You got Kang, Galactus, Skrulls. Like, you don't know how all these, like, how is Moon Knight gonna play into this? Or is he just gonna be like some cool, everyone loves this side character, but not be in the final thing? How is Daredevil gonna play into this? Like all these, like, almost minor, just with the big aspect thing of the things, almost minor characters off to the side. Like, there's just so many characters, it feels like they're minor characters, is what I'm trying to say.
That's the opposite for me. That's where you lose me.
I'm kind of saying thinking the same thing, honestly.
Doctor Strange is coming out in exactly a month from right now. I'll probably be watching it in exactly a month from right now. And this is probably the most anticipated Marvel movie of the year. Yeah, I think Spider-Man already came out at the end of last year.
Yeah, Spider-Man was last year.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, this is the most anticipated Marvel movie of the year because it's gonna be huge, just like Spider-Man, if not bigger. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's gonna be pretty big. It was already talked about a few years ago being Marvel's first horror film. I don't know if they're still gonna keep up with that or if they're like grazing it and still calling it horror, but should be a little bit more scarier, I think, is what they're trying to say. But anyways, we all have predictions, or at least one. I don't know the number. We never said a number, and we never talked about it. So this is all reactions, real time, and yeah. I don't know who wants to go first. I'll gladly, but I don't know. I know Agathon doesn't. So Asparagus.
Well, I can go first because we were talking about Star Trek earlier, and it can be like a bit of a little segue because I sent you guys a trailer earlier today. I don't know if you had time to rewatch the trailer, but I caught something. I caught something I'm not sure about, and I've looked the internet, and there seems to be no confirmation, but a lot of people say it might be the case. Agathon, you probably caught on it as well. Did you hear Patrick Stewart's voice at some point during the trailer?
Old news.
Old news.
Oh, old news. Oh.
Yeah. When you sent that, I was like, why'd he send this old trailer to us?
Actually, that wasn't. I don't think that was an old trailer.
That was from 1 month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah, it was there.
Oh, then it was an old trailer.
They just released another one.
Oh, okay. Well, oh, damn. That's gonna be embarrassing for me then tonight.
So I'm like, yeah, man, this is cool, I guess. I watched this one a while ago. But yeah, that is totally Patrick Stewart.
That is okay. Well, that was my first prediction that we might have some of the original X-Men. I looked at my notes and I said some of the original Xbox will return instead of X-Men. But yeah, I said
Xbox.
I believe Patrick Stewart was going to be here. So was it confirmed in any way that there was going to be there? Or was it just fan speculations?
It was confirmed that it was Patrick Stewart, but I don't think it was confirmed if it was Xavier.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. What is that dude's name in WandaVision? What was his name?
The demon that everyone says was gonna come.
No. The Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it.
Oh.
And then they turn him into like some shitty one-off character.
They better not. They were just
Ralph Boner. I think that's what it is.
Ralph Boner. They were just mocking the fan at this point. I don't think they're gonna do that again.
Yeah, I hope they're not bonering us, but they could. Although it seems like the way he was like situated, it seems like he's in like some higher up thing in whatever universe. But yeah.
Okay, so failure for my first prediction. I will let you guys talk then.
What?
Go ahead with some
what was your
fresh prediction? Well, that we will most likely see Xavier again, played by Patrick Stewart.
Well, maybe you can go off of that. Like, what do you think? How many X-Men you think are going to be in this? Do you think X-Men are a thing already, and they're going to be thrown into here?
No, I feel that they're going to go the Spider-Man way, and they're just going to have one or two, maybe. I don't think they're going to bring the old cast like they did in Spider-Man. They brought like just Charlie Cox and no one else. Well, they brought other Spider-Mans, of course, but...
Well, Jessica Jones is confirmed for She-Hulk.
Really?
God,
Damn.
I just gotta
That's gonna be
start
cool.
sending you guys the news that I
You
read.
do.
So.
Well,
No, don't send
No,
it to
no,
us.
okay, fuck it. I read this and I'm like, oh, this everyone's heard this already. So I'll just like, and this is the news, and just read off a bunch of shit. Did you hear about it?
and your answer's gonna be no, 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 no.
I'm just gonna keep hearing, huh? What? Oh my god.
What? Kristen Ritter again? Yeah. But I don't think we're gonna have a lot of X-Men. I think they're gonna just go the Marvel way, and they're gonna have like just the most recognizable one, just for the to have him in the trailer, and I presume he's gonna be there for like 5 or 10 seconds in the movie, just so they can say they have him, exactly like they did with Charlie Cox and Daredevil and Spider-Man. Because when you think about it, Charlie Cox was there for, 25 seconds. He said 4 sentences, and that was it.
Really good lawyer.
That's all you need to make a meme.
Yeah, but if you want to make it, I don't know. I would have wanted more.
I do want more, but I think they plan to do more. That's why I think it was just to tease us into.
Yeah, but it's constantly
Damn.
teasing. At some point, you need to stop teasing. You need to start giving.
That was the first one, was it not?
No, well, did you watch? You did watch Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
You saw the ending of Hawkeye.
Kingpin. I forgot
Yeah.
it. It's such a forgettable show.
Yeah, but you got Kingpin at the end.
Yeah, but that's not teasing. That's introducing a villain that just happens to be a villain of another person as
Yeah,
well.
but Kingpin was part of a big part. See what the joke I did here? That's very
How many
funny.
big
Please laugh.
parts? So many big parts. Oh, it's because he's a big part.
Because he's very big.
He's big.
It's the whole part.
But to be fair, no, Kingpin was a huge character in the episode, and he took a lot of screen time, screen space as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Which
gonna stop with these jokes.
Wow,
Well,
we're just making fat jokes now. Wow.
well, that's
God, make me self-conscious much. Jesus.
well. I'm going to the gym now, so I'm gonna become
Yeah.
one of these guys, right?
Yeah.
But no, jokes aside, we had like 10,000 times more Kingpin in this series than we had Daredevil in the series. So even though what they did with Kingpin was kind of shitty, and I was disappointed,
More comic book accurate, yet less serious.
Well, yeah, he might have even possibly, spoilers again, it's a spoiler show, he might have even died to Kate Bishop.
No,
Possibly,
but he
it's
should
not
have with
clear.
that shit. Which I don't understand. I don't understand like how I don't understand him at all if he can't die to that. That's where I'm like, this is stupid. Where it's like he's literally wearing nothing but his own skin, and
But he survived. He survived Daredevil and the Punisher, but he doesn't.
Yeah, but it was in realistic ways where Daredevil's not trying to kill anyone. That's like his whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
Punisher
tried.
either.
Okay, I don't remember him fighting Punisher off the top of my head, but I don't remember it being as unrealistic where you get shot in the body or face and you survive that, like up close. I'm pretty sure it was like 1 or 2 shots.
Well, in Daredevil, didn't he have the bulletproof suit?
Yeah, I think you're
I think he
right.
had.
So if that and
Yeah, but he's wearing
honestly,
a Hawaiian shirt, was he not?
bulletproof Hawaiian. That means so judgy. And I remember from the first season of Daredevil, they talk about the attack on Manhattan in that. So at that point, it was still part of the MCU. So I mean, it could all kind of still tie in and be together.
I don't think they ever technically put it out of the MCU.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
There was a reference in on Jessica Jones. They talk about the big guy at some point, which is clearly Hulk.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember. Kingpin's not human. He is superhuman, and like,
is he?
His skin is so, like his muscles are so tight that
He doesn't have fat. He has muscle.
yeah. I don't remember. I never liked Kingpin as a bad guy myself. My favorite game that he's been in is the Spider-Man game that came out a couple of years ago, where you literally beat his ass in the first 5 seconds. I was a big fan of that.
I actually like him in Daredevil. I think it was cool. I like.
I did because they made him very human. Like,
yeah,
very human. Like his emotions were just all over the place, and I was like, "Fucking A! All right,
Ben-
this is a bad guy. I'm
Yeah,
terrified of."
I just like it because it's basically a dude with anger issues. It's basically a man with power that has anger issues, and I like that. So,
Yeah.
Like a
I've
big
got
baby.
anyways, is that your only prediction, Asparagus?
Well, that's gonna be my first one. I think we can just go back and forth. I have another one, but I don't
Round
want
robin. Okay. I will go. That's fine.
I will get to you, Sully, with that one. We'll talk about that. I'll write it down.
My prediction. I'm just gonna go for it.
Yep.
My prediction for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness coming out May 6th in a theater near you. Have a feeling it's not going to be a wholesome ending, and it's going to be like Infinity War, and I think there's just going to be like some shitty ending. Not shitty as in like bad quality. I meant like for the character. In his eyes would just be a shitty outcome. I feel like it's going to end badly, where it's going to be like, oh shit, boom, everything just explodes. You can't control it anymore. Because I don't know how you reel it. From what the trailer is showing, I'm like, how do you reel that in? Like, I know Miss America Chavez or whatever her name is, she's a multiverse hero, and she like can jump from universe to universe as one of her powers or something like that. I don't know much about it. That's what I've heard. And I'm pretty sure that's what she could do and other stuff. I don't know all of her powers. I'm gonna have to look her up sometime. Should have done that before. But I know that you could see her in the trailer. But I like that they aren't showing much of her, so I think she's a huge part. Like, they haven't said crap about her. They haven't given her a voice line in the trailer. I like that because Marvel tends to put the whole damn movie in a trailer, it feels like.
Yep.
And yeah, so I think it's gonna end bad, and then they're gonna reel it in somewhere else, but I don't know where they would. That's what's making me not think this all the way. Because if let's say shit does hit the fan, there's not gonna be a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness Part 2 coming out anytime soon. And they have a lot of movies planned after this. Maybe the Ant-Man, they fix it up or something like that, but
he's good at fixing everything.
yeah. So, yeah, that's my prediction. I think shit's gonna hit the fan at the end of the movie as well, and it's not gonna get fixed until a different project.
Interesting. I had something similar. I'm just gonna jump here and cut you, Agathon, because I'm gonna clear this one in a few seconds. I had something very similar. It says, I think someone will die, because all the marketing brings it as something very scary, very dark, all red and bloody. So I think that reaches what Moose was saying. I have no idea who, but I think we're gonna lose some characters in this movie. Agathon.
Well, that's a great segue for me then. Sorry, that was something wrong with my modulation in my voice. Yeah, I was just like, when you said someone's gonna die, I was like, motherfucker. I'm going there.
Yeah, me too.
I have two predictions based off of that. The first one, like it's very dark because I think that's what we're gonna get. I think you're spot on that this is not a happy movie. This is gonna be a movie that sets shit into motion because we just finished up a 12-year span of setting up Thanos, and now Thanos is gone. It's like, what are you gonna do this time? You have to set up the next big bad that's gonna take a few years. And this is definitely going to be a big start of that. And I think we're going to get introduced to a big bad in this.
Is still confirmed?
I don't, not confirmed, but I can confirm it is Xavier. They do have his name in the credits as Charles Xavier on IMDb for Patrick Stewart.
Oh, so it's confirmed. Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know why they would put him in the movie and not be Charles
right.
Xavier.
Yeah, but I want to get back to the teasing thing. It's not teasing. He's if he's our Charles Xavier or a different one, we don't know. But I think it's going to set up like Galactus, because of Eternals. We had that. Where you had all those big sons of bitches, and we want to start putting all these movies together, so you have to have a big bad that these gods can go up against too. Otherwise, what was the point of having that movie? But the death thing, I hate it so much. But my fellow Beyonce lover Wong is going to meet the Wong Dark.
Because Doctor Strange needs to become the Sorcerer Supreme again, right? He needs to take back his...
Yes, I was actually that was gonna be my. I had 3 predictions. Said my first one. That was my last one, and I don't remember my second one off the top of my head, but I will try. But that was one of my predictions was Wong because I was like, he's been around for a little too long as a minor character, just like in the eyes of storytelling, in my opinion. It just feels like they're gonna kill him off, and uh, everyone loves him too, so that's gonna be tough. I don't know a person that doesn't love Wong, and uh, it's gonna be cool because if he does die, they're gonna give him a lot of camera time and lines. I feel like they're gonna milk him because every time he's in a movie, he's always just like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do this. Bye," and then just does that shit and leaves. And I also think he's gonna die because he's Sorcerer Supreme, and that means Doctor Strange has been Sorcerer Supreme for like 5 minutes, and that's just not right. So I think Doctor Strange will live through this and become Sorcerer Supreme at the end, but at what cost? Wong.
Wong has been grouchy and grumpy Wong for a while, right? In the last 2 times we saw him, he was just unhappy, not in a good mood. He was not the funny, upbeat character we used to know. I remember in the Shang-Chi, we just see him, he just goes battle in an arena for some reason. That was weird. Is he supposed to be the Sorcerer Supreme at this time? And if yes, why does he waste time going into doing some fights in an area versus the Abomination? They are trying very different things with Wong, and it looks like they don't know what to do with him. So I think you guys are up to something. I think they're just going to clear him out because they don't know what to do with the character.
I just want to go off of something Sully just said. I feel like Doctor Doom would be a more compelling slow burn villain. I am a big Doctor Doom lover. I think he is one of the greatest villains to ever grace Marvel's pages. He's not a universe like problem. He's an Earth problem, at least for now. It took a while for Doctor Doom to become, because he was human once, like to become this galactic problem. It took a while. So slow burn, yeah, but I could see him being a villain coming up, like if they were to bring in Fantastic Four. But I think Galactus is going to be that one because of what they've already been kind of doing with Eternals and building this. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, which brings me on to my last one that I kind of had, if that's cool with you guys. If I
Go
just
ahead.
Kinda...
Yep.
So one part of Galactus is he has a steward, which is the Silver Surfer a lot of the times in the comics, but he has used others as stewards as well. I have a feeling in this film, Wanda is going to go full on evil. I think she's going to kill the good Wanda that's still in her, and she's just going to be evil Wanda, and I think she's going to attract the attention of Galactus and possibly be the steward of Galactus.
Why are we thinking about Galactus when they tried all this time? They tried so hard to set up Kang in Loki
exactly
as the new villain.
I don't think they're going for Galactus. If they do, well, they might, but I don't think it's gonna be the big bad like Thanos was. I think Kang is. Which one do you think is gonna die first, Kang or Galactus? Because they're both not gonna just team up and try to take over the world.
Didn't Kang die?
Yes, one of them.
One of the infinite
there's a Kang
versions.
there's a Kang in every universe, and he clearly says, "I'm not the one you need to worry about. I'm just keeping him out of here." Basically,
Yeah, he said, "I'm the nice one, and if you take me out, you're gonna be in trouble because I'm the only one that's nice and that's not gonna fuck up everything."
He basically unethically put the universe in a loop, so it's not in a multiverse of madness. and that prevents the other kings from getting in there and taking over all that. So honestly, he knows it's unethical, I feel like, and that's why he was like looked at as a bad guy. But if you look at it from a certain angle, it's actually the right thing to do in a way, I feel like. You know what I mean?
I mean, the same could be said about Thanos or any villain.
Actually, so. Eternals made me think Thanos was actually right. Like, seriously. Because if you wipe out half the population of on every planet, you can't have those big colossal things that destroy planets born, because they have to get to a certain population on each planet. Think about it.
Well, you mean in the universe? Some people seem to think like Thanos was right in our worlds, which is what we have now is not a lack of resource; it's a lack of sharing the resources. So, I've seen a lot of people trying to say not the same way, but like having a Thanos coming up would fix our situation. We have enough resources to feed everyone. We're just hogging them when you're not sharing them properly. So I don't think we're gonna have a lot of resources. We don't have too many people. We just have too many people hoarding everything and not sharing with everyone else.
Wait, you're talking about like real world?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bringing real world.
Oh, we have way too many people. There's way too many people. If you look at the graph of human population, it spikes.
We still live on
50 years.
It spiked, yeah, but we still don't live on a very large percentage of this planet.
Yeah.
Still, we're over carrying capacity with how much pollution is going in. And
well, that's true, but that's something we can fix.
Yeah, it's something we choose
that's
not.
The problem.
It's something we choose not to fix.
Well, I also think it's impossible, just like world peace. Like zero carbon emissions is so impossible because you're still gonna have someone that's driving a car somewhere. You know,
and that's fine. Me driving a car, you driving a car, Asparagus driving a car for the next 40 years nonstop is not the issue.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's the combination of everything we use that causes pollution.
It's the majority of the companies out there that are causing a mass percentage of that pollution. It's not us, the people. Our cars are not doing that much. It's all of these humongous corporations that are pumping it all out.
I mean, it's all of it. Because what are they pumping out? Stuff we use every day. So, everything's connected, and climate change is a bitch. So, anyways, I don't know how I got to climate change.
So Kang. So yeah, Agathon, you think we're gonna see Galactus and not Kang, or both, or you think they're gonna bring back Kang as well?
Like
or...
you're bringing in some good. I feel like with the Celestials and stuff, like it's inevitable. So maybe Galactus isn't going to be the big bad they build up over the years, but I think we're going to see Galactus soon, and I think this might set it up for him.
I was about to say, do you think they're just going to brush the series aside and just say, Loki, we don't care about that, what happened? And,
fucking hope not.
But they won't because they have Wanda. And Wanda, that's one of my predictions here, and I think it's probably confirmed. Wanda's problem and the reason why she would probably be becoming evil and trying to open the multiverse somehow, which I think is I'm going to come back to that later. I think she just wants to get her children's back. And all that's going to happen would be Wanda trying to find a way to get her children's back, and it will end up in utter chaos and death and big problems for everyone. But the reason will not be because she wants to kill 50% of the population. She wants to be evil. She just are going to try to get her children. It's going to backfire badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's her main intention. I think from the trailer, based off of, you mess with the multiverse, you're a hero. I do it, and I'm evil. And I think that's
fair.
Yeah, that's all she wants. She lost the love of her life. She lost her brother. She lost everyone pretty much, because like Captain Rogers was also a big part of her life, and he's gone now, and she doesn't really have anybody, and she got fucked over by the new shield. I forget what it's called.
Sword, I think.
Is it Sword?
I think it was.
And honestly, I'm on her side, but fuck, that's what she wants. She wants to finally take control and have something that no one can take away from her, and she wants her children. And I'm wondering if we're gonna see a return of the other Vision that they brought back.
That was my question. Do you think we're gonna see the other Vision, the White Vision?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of why though.
He's attached now. Like that character is attached to Wanda. So.
Do you think he's in love with Wanda?
Based off of the interaction we saw on the show, I don't think he's. I don't know. I think he might be pulling an Ultron type of thing based off of what he kind of learned from the real Vision.
because I couldn't tell if he was like knowing all this information and he has his own conscience and he'll do with what he wants with that information, or if that was kind of that information becoming him and him feeling those experiences with his like new conscious or whatever. I can't tell, and I guess we won't know until we see what happens, but I feel like he could come back in this movie and maybe see Wanda and then almost reel her back into being good if she does get tempted to the bad side, which it looks like she probably does, because there is a shit ton of red and black in this movie. Yeah. And that's just blood, man. That's just dark side blood.
Okay, my last thing here is Wanda redeemable at this point. If she does all this shit, taking this away. Already after WandaVision, some people sort of saying, she cannot be brought back. After all she did to that town, are we going to see her as a hero again? Is there any way she can be redeemed? And now apparently they're just going to go farther with it, so you think Wanda might die? Because at this point, they're either going to commit to have her being a villain for a long time, or kill her somewhere, right? Or do you think this is going to be some way they're going to try to bring her back as a good guy? Which would be very hard to accept after everything she did and everything she's about to do even more.
You know, it boils down to whether you think she's a bad guy in the first place at all. I don't think she needs redemption. If you look at, like, in a movie perspective, you look at from the townspeople, she did some fucking horrible shit. She stole this town, took over their minds, took over their lives, brought Vision back from the dead against his wishes, and she did some horrible shit.
All because she's sad and depressed.
Yeah, I think she needs help, and she has way too much power flowing through her. But I don't know. It's a tough one. I think like I said, I think the good side of her is going to die, and then she's never gonna get redemption. Like, it's just, she's a villain at this point.
I think. Well, here's my last prediction. It's more of wishful thinking. But I really want this to happen because I think they're going to set up Young Avengers, the team for it, because they already got half of it there.
Yelena, Kate Bishop.
More so Kate Bishop, and Wanda's two children.
They have the
and then there's a
Marvel.
Hulkling, because Wanda's two children are Young Avengers. They're like the main ones, and then so is Miss America Chavez, who's introduced in this film.
And I forgot the name. The girl at Marvel that just has this elongated power that can be
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Kamala Khan or whatever.
Kamala Khan. There you go.
Yeah. There's so many young people. They're definitely gonna do a team up there.
Which I hope is a TV show and not
the final thing.
Not a movie. Like, I would rather see that as a Disney Plus series.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they don't make that the final conclusion movie to this entire era, where it's you see a bunch of kids just team up. I feel like you wouldn't please everyone. Maybe if you do an ultimate team up again with the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and these kids accompanying them. And but anyways, that's a little further than what I was thinking. I'm just hoping that we get more of that by having America Chavez in this and her being on Earth at the end of this movie or somewhere close to it, because I feel like Earth's the epicenter of everything in this Marvel thing. But and then
it's the Tatooine of Marvel.
It is the Tatooine, especially now where they're leaving it a lot, but somehow it always comes back. But Wanda's two children, Wiccan and whatever the other dude's name is, Timmy, Tommy, whatever. Those two twins, I think that would be very cool to see some older versions, but they would have to age them up. You can't keep them as 8-year-olds and have everyone else be looking like they're in their 20s like me. It'd just be weird. So I'm hoping at the end of this end credit scene, I don't even care where, get those twins back and Wanda dead, or just in self-isolation out of guilt, for the rest of the eras, and have her meditating on a planet by herself or something, some mysterious Jedi thing.
Some pocket dimension like they did with the evil Doctor Strange.
I also think a lot of that was you just reminded me of what I forgot was What If coming into this. The What If TV show. I almost feel like it is shown in the trailer. I need to
Yeah, it
rewatch
is.
that because I swear they said some of the same lines in there too. And I'm not 100% confirmed obviously it's not, but I'm not convinced that it's the dark Doctor Strange. I don't think it's him.
Don't think it's
But
him.
they look different, dude. They look different.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
was
one's
hand-drawn.
animated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's
but
an
like no,
actor.
I mean like even like some of the, I don't know, just like, yeah, I didn't mean, whatever. I'm gonna shut up now. I gotta stretch because I just
I think we don't know what they're gonna do, and I don't think we're gonna know what they're gonna do because like Sully just brought up the Skrulls. Yeah, there's talks of the secret invasion. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do with all that? That's a huge part of Marvel. And now I'm just thinking, how long is this gonna go on for? Am I gonna be in my 80s asking the nursing home to wheel me down to the bus so I can go see the new Avengers movie?
I hope so, man.
Oh, me too.
I am actually a big fan of this, and at first I'm like, this is so chaotic. There's so many different things happening. You got Kang, Galactus, Skrulls. Like, you don't know how all these, like, how is Moon Knight gonna play into this, or is he just gonna be like some cool, everyone loves this side character, but not be in the final thing? How is Daredevil gonna play into this? Like all these like almost minor, just with the big aspect thing of the things, almost minor characters off to the side. Like, there's just so many characters it feels like they're minor characters is what I'm trying to say.
That's the opposite for me. That's where you lose me.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna jump on you, but I have some stuff after you, Asparagus, off of this.
Well, you can go ahead. I just wanted to say that there seem to be too many ways that it's veering off right now. All the shows seems to be not connected to each other. And if it started like that, I would have understand because all the DC stuff seems to be all their own content stories. But Marvel started as a huge connected universe, and now that we've ended up with Endgame, it seems like everybody's going their way, and there seems to be no connection. As like we talked last week, there has been so far 3 different reasons why possibly the multiverse opened, and we don't know which one is the official one. We had the Loki one, we had the Marvel, the Wanda one, we had the Doctor Strange one, and yet we don't know which one is the official way that the multiverse opened. And it seems like they're just going their own way. Nobody's communicating with each other, and I just hope that they have a plan and somehow they're gonna try to connect everything. But yet, Moon Knight seems to have so far no connection at all to the Marvel universe, which is fine, but it's just another branch going this way, and I want some big story. I want everything. That's why I like Star Wars, because from the first movie to the 8th one, because the 9th doesn't exist, it's just a story that goes in a way. It works, and it just builds up of each other.
The whole last trilogy doesn't exist, but
Not the debate we're having right now.
no. It gets brought up every damn week, bro.
By you.
No, that was
You're the only one who doesn't agree. So
yeah.
It's because they fly now.
I'm done.
They fly now.
I'm so done.
They fly now.
I was gonna say something, but now I forgot. Thanks.
Agathon was about to talk about losing interest while everything's just going different ways.
You know, I don't mind when we have movies like Thor, Love and Thunder, and you're going to introduce some badass characters in that. And Eternals, I was like, I don't know any of these characters, and then the characters they introduced that made you go, we're going to care about these. These are the big hot take. But what is Kit Harington's character's name again? The Black Knight? Who the hell is that? Why do I care?
Yeah, I'm so mad about that. Like,
and then you have Blade, but you don't see him, you just hear him, and I'm like, that's someone I care about. But the fact is we're taking so many characters and you're introducing them all, and you're going to give them all their own show and all their own movie. I won't be able to keep up. Yeah. It's going to be oversaturated. I'm not going to know what the hell is going on anymore. Like, cut it down, give us 3 or 4 shows and 3 or 4 movies a year. That's it. Like, anything more than that, and I'm losing it. And they're setting it up to where we're going to get all of this shit oh, we're gonna have like 30 Disney Plus series, and we're gonna have another, we're gonna have a new movie every 2 weeks coming out. No,
See, the
To be
issue
fair,
is-
that's good for our show, but
no,
but
it's not.
at some point,
It's
I
great.
will. I know if it considers that, at some point, I might lose interest.
No,
I'm
it's
not there
not
yet,
good
but-
for our show because as of right now, I haven't made any money off of this show, and if I have to start going to the theater every 2 fucking weeks to watch a movie for this fucking show, no, that's not good. I'm like, guys, I'm broke as fuck. So
That's why we have Moose's movie review.
maybe.
Anyways,
Sully really wants me to share his hot take. Are you guys
Go ahead.
okay with me?
Yeah,
Yep.
go ahead.
I think that Doctor Strange will be forced to get more serious because how he was in Spider-Man was him being so chill and laxed, and I think that this will show some universes, and it will be a contrast to how the What If did to Evil Strange, and the story will play with Black Panther losing Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but apparently they finished filming.
They said that I think you Black Panther would be the sister. She would take the role.
well, yeah, but how are they gonna just throw him off into the other realm of dead kings without showing him CGI?
Well, she's just gonna eat the flower. Apparently, that's all it needs to be Black Panther. Just eat the flower and ta-da.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's gonna be weird. That's it. Just because they don't want to show him CGI is what I read, at least when he first died. And I'm like,
Which
that's
is
just gonna
fine.
be. Yeah, I respect
don't
that.
like-
I'm not saying they
yeah.
should. I'm just saying it's gonna be weird because it's just gonna feel like something's missing, which there's a lot missing. So, but I think everyone is so understandable that it's not gonna be an issue. So.
Yeah, I mean that to recast any of these
You can't.
characters. No, right off the bat, you could have done it like we did with Edward Norton. Got rid of him and got, I think, a better fit.
Yeah, but they stopped
that's-
recasting
yeah.
ever since Iron Man. So
That
Yeah.
could be a show on its own. We could do a 2v2 debate about should you when an actor. Well, I mean, when an actor passed away, because if they just want to get rid of someone that doesn't work, it's not the same. Edward Norton, they didn't want to work with him,
Yeah,
and they choose. But Chadwick Boseman, they were forced to make a decision. It's like in The Matrix, the Oracle. They had to recast her because the actress died, or Dumbledore, the actor playing Dumbledore, had to be replaced.
yes.
So-
I mean, yes, that is completely different. Yeah, absolutely. But
So should you or should you not do the animated and do the atrocious like Princess Leia like you have in Rogue One at the end?
no,
Because-
absolutely not that. Absolutely not that. You do not. If the person is dead, no. If they're alive and they can give you permission, yeah, go ahead and do that. That's okay. But just be like, oh, they died, but we're just gonna like profit off of them anyways. That's so shitty.
The Rise of Skywalker.
also, some people are just like so good at the rules. I feel like you just can't replace them without. Like
Yeah, but also if you set up a huge universe and you hired an actor that turned out to be awesome, very good, and you build this whole series of movies, and sadly the actor passed away, are you gonna just can everything and cancel everything, and everybody that was slated up to work on these movies and everybody was job, are you gonna cancel everything because something out of your control happened? Or are you
I
gonna
don't know.
find a way to
I don't
make it
know.
happen as well?
I don't know.
I'd say we don't get paid enough to have to make those decisions, but we're paid enough to bitch about them.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bitch about it is the new name of the show.
Do we have in other predictions? I have one.
I'm all out.
I'm all out.
You're allowed? Okay, well, I'm going to go with this one, and you guys might not agree with this one. I feel, since everything seems to be, who said, unconnected so far, I feel, first of all, that we're not going to see Spider-Man in this one, which is weird because Spider-Man just had a big story with Doctor Strange. Of course, Doctor Strange doesn't remember who he is, but Spider-Man could still see all the shit happening. He's not going to appear, which is going to be weird as fuck. For that reason, I think this movie will introduce a fourth reason why the multiverse opens, and it will not build up on any of the previous ones, not any of anything from Loki or from Wanda or from Spider-Man, and which is weird because they're probably gonna bring all these people from all these stories, and they're all together. They're gonna find a fourth way to finally break the multiverse. So that's what I think, and it's just gonna add to the mess, which is already a huge mess. What do you guys think about that? Am I getting crazy? I'm just being pessimistic, or
I think you're being a little pessimistic. I feel like they've earned our trust this far that we can go a little bit further. I don't think they're so anal retentive with how they're doing things that there's a reason, there's a purpose to it. We just haven't seen what it is.
there was absolutely no story-wise reason in Spider-Man No Way Home. There was no need at all for Doctor Strange to make a spell to break everything, because already two events happened. They could have just set it up that exact same time that Peter Parker finds out he's not accepted to school. It's the exact same time where let's say Sylvie kills Kang, and then bam, multiverse happen, and Doc Ock and the Green Goblin come out of nowhere. What was the need to create a third reason for that? That's what I'm confused. I don't understand why they're bringing all these reasons when they already set one up in WandaVision. Then they set one up in Loki. Then they felt they need to create a third one that was totally unnecessary in Spider-Man.
I don't think you're right, and I think we talked about this before. I think when Kang died, we don't know when Kang died in that timeline. Kang could have died millions of years, and then WandaVision, when she did that, just happened to be right before Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange might not have done anything to the multiverse, but because the multiverse is now open because of Wanda breaking it, that's how the spell goes wrong. Has nothing to do with him cracking into the multiverse.
It
has him thinking he has this simple spell, but this simple spell becomes unsimple because of what Wanda just did.
Also, fine, but that's fan fixing the story for them. Sorry, Mogus, go ahead.
I don't think I'll have to rewatch WandaVision, but I don't think the WandaVision multiverse thing is like she broke it. Was it? Like,
yeah, the sky goes all red. There's like cracks in the sky that all go kind of like in Spider-Man, but instead of being purple, it's red. It's very similar.
That's not like the difference is, it's like this general bubble that she's in, that she created herself. Is it not, or is it the entire world?
I think that's just where she is.
We don't know.
Because I remember, because aren't they like outside of her bubble, trying to get in, like almost as if it's just a dome of red. And they're doing science stuff, trying to understand what's going on the inside, throwing shit in there. And when she breaks everything, it's just expanding the bubble.
Yeah,
so
keeps
I'm like, I feel like there's a big difference that we're missing between WandaVision and Doctor Strange stuff. I know they're two different colors, so they're obviously two different things. But I don't think WandaVision's breaking and opening up the multiverse in a way that Doctor Strange was. And I think Doctor Strange broke it for like a little bit and then closed it. And now it's the same as before, just with the little side effects of.
But that's what I'm saying. Things. He broke it for 5 seconds and he fixed it. Well, we're led to believe that he fixed it. And they seem, as you said in Morbius, you said in Morbius that we see the purple sky again in Morbius. So they seem to have decided that this is the way to go. This is the reason they're going to go with. So what was the point of seeing all the timelines just branch out in the end of Loki?
Well, I'm trying to say is I don't think that it's like a permanent open up the multiverse and now it's completely open. Everyone can do whatever they want. I think that's what Loki is. And I don't know how. I think that's what we just got to be patient on. Is I don't know how the Loki thing affects all of this. And I think we're going to get the answers to that soon. Well, we haven't gotten any answers to anything about Loki since Loki. And that's reassuring because maybe this all connects in a way that we're all just going to get like, boom, this is like next level.
Okay.
New
also,
era.
Loki was supposed to be longer as a series, and because of COVID, they had to cut it in the middle. So the series was supposed to be double the length. That's something I read multiple times, and that they could only throw in the half the episode they wanted to do.
Well, I think
So
possibly
maybe it
why
was
they
supposed
confirmed
to
it
be
season 2 as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but season 2 was supposed to be part of season 1. Season 1 was supposed to be 12
Yeah.
episodes instead of 6.
So I'm saying like wait for it to all connect. I feel like that's you might not see a point now, but they're also not finished telling the story. So
Yeah, but at some point they build up, and I hope they're gonna connect. Because as soon as the more they build up, the more I lose trust. Because it's at some point, give me a link, give me something. The most I can think now, because of the way you guys said it, and this is gonna be, as I accuse Agathon of doing, it's gonna be me, a fan, trying to make sense of their story. Maybe the only reason why it was possible for either Doctor Strange or Wanda to even consider open the multiverse is because the Sylvie thing happened in Loki. Maybe the fact that Kang put the Earth in a loop would prevent Doctor Strange to be able to open a multiverse to begin with, and without that, Doctor Strange would not have been physically able to do it to begin with. So one event allowed another to happen, but that is us explaining it for them. They did not give that to us. It's been a long time now. It's been how many series? 5, 6 series, 4 movies. It's been a long time.
It's only been a year.
Has it been a year?
Yeah, it's only been a little over a year. So
Okay. Avenger Endgame release date. I want to see.
from
you're right. No, you're right.
No shots fired. I think we just gotta be more patient with their storytelling on the multiverse level.
They're juggling a huge thing right now with millions and millions of dollars invested and lots of people and trying to make everybody happy. And they're not going to make everybody happy, but
it's really hard to do fan service in multiverse without confusing the hell out of anyone. Like, yeah. But
and this is still relatively new for them too. Like the Fox deal's only a few years old, and they've had stuff like out for years before that. And they were like, "Yeah, we know what we're gonna do." Oh shit, we just bought Fox. Well, we don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. Let's figure it out as we go. Yep.
So, I don't think there's as much overarching story planning as there was for the Infinity Saga. So I don't expect something as wholesome, not wholesome, but like not wholesome in like a happy, everyone's happy way, but like a well-arced story as the Infinity Saga. I don't think it's gonna be as good, but it's gonna be a lot of fan service, and hopefully they make that look cool in a way. Honestly, I'm just looking for good storytelling on some level, and maybe not as overarching. It's also really hard to beat the Infinity Saga because I feel like that was just great.